Hey everybody, how's it going? Captain Leon Wolf here, and welcome to the Captain's Corner. This is, it's a new thing. Yeah. But, it's gonna be like, more of a solo, thing that I do because I have the Void Busters with my cousin, which I love doing every Sunday. Check it out. It's awesome. First 3 episodes out right now. Fourth one coming out soon. But I thought I'd cause I like vlogging, but I don't know. I also like sitting behind, sitting in my little captain's corner. I call it the captain's corner because this is a corner where I got my computer and all my gadgets and stuff. So yeah, welcome to the captain's corner. We are right now in my ship called the Atty, and we are docked by this paradise right here. This is actually a window, okay? So this is a window. This is my room that we're in. It's also where I sleep. It's my captain's quarters. And it's also where I do most of my work. My computers. Well, I have one computer, 2 monitors, but, But yeah, so it's just gonna be shooting the shit. I'm gonna thank you to Zeeky Beats for making such a beautiful song, Autumn Leaves. Check it out, description below. But yeah, so I thought I'd make a couple updates to the channel, and that's what this sort of captain's quarter is gonna be like. The captain's corner, as I would say. Okay, cool. Anyway, so, oh, wow. I don't even know where to begin because, it's just, I've tried to make this a few times already, and it didn't work out, but, now I'm doing it. Things are looking fine. Hopefully, let me just real quick, in real time, do some technical difficulties changes. Because that's how we roll it, dude, Boom. Alright, all good now. We're fixed. But, anywhoozle. I was, thinking about how mosquitoes are like that drunk guy at the party that you don't want to be around, and every time you go outside to smoke or to drink or whatever the fuck, or every time you try to find some alone time, they come out of nowhere. That's what the mosquito, like every time I go outside to relax, I love the nature, I'm a big fan of Mother Earth, and I go out there, and I don't know where the fuck these mosquitoes are hanging out. They come out of nowhere every time. You never know where, like I don't even know where they live, they're just, every time I sit down outside, that's when they spawn into existence. And that's when they don't, it's not like say like how we are humans, like when we see something and we want it, we walk straight towards it, we go straight towards it. Mosquitoes, they're like fucking, hey, what's up, how's it going, how you doing over here? And then they're just like, nah, I'm not gonna fly on you, I'm just kidding, I'm gonna go over here. And then they land on you. And then they're just like, you got any blood? It's like every time I go outside, that's what I hear. I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? You got any blood? Can I have just a little bit? You're not even going to know. It's just going to itch for like a day or two. That's it. And I'm just like, fucking mosquitoes. And I'm trying to because you hear these stories about people that are just like, oh, he wouldn't hurt a fly. He's so amazing. He just like appreciates life, and just like everything about like every creature is so important to him. And I'm trying to like be like that, But fucking mosquitoes, man. And flies. Flies are terrible too. They just ruin my outside time, And I want to get like a mosquito thing, and I was this close to pulling the trigger on like buying one of those little devices that you sit outside and it kind of gets rid of the mosquitoes. I was this close, but then I look in the comments and then they say, "Oh, this is not pet friendly." I'm just like, fuck, we have 2 dogs. So, you know, I guess I'm just gonna have to get stung. Probably got like fucking 13 mosquito bites on my body right now, you know? Battle scars. But it's my fault, you know, I choose to be outside. But I love it. I love being outside. It's just, it's mainly like the air and the wind, you know? It's like the breeze, you know, it's a nice little, it's like an open, it's like, oh, I could breathe, you know, it feels good. But yeah, fuck mosquitoes. If you're a mosquito out there, fuck you. Just kidding. Sorry. If you are a mosquito out there and you don't suck blood, you're like a Twilight vampire. You're like, we don't actually eat. We don't suck blood of the humans. We only suck on the plant blood and the animal blood. You know, we only eat animals. I'm like, don't trust those fucking mosquitoes. I don't know. I don't trust those mosquitoes. You know, they're like, hey, what's up? I'm only gonna eat like plants and stuff. And then I'm like playing my video game, and then I look at my fucking hand, and there's a fucking, and some of them are like cool looking. Some of them are like blue and striped and like black and white and like crazy looking. It's epic, but at the same time, no, get off. And like I like kind of slapped one, you know. And every time I do it, I feel terrible. So I'm like, fuck, don't kill this little creature. And it was like laying dead on my lap, and I was like, I didn't want to like brush it off because I was just like fucking, I felt bad. And then as soon as I go to brush it off, it fucking flies off. It fucking played dead on me. The fucking mosquito played dead. And I was just like, okay, well, you know, that's what I get for fucking not fully murdering you. Mosquito. Let me just put that into context. Talking about murdering a mosquito, okay? You know, what is the... I was gonna say, because, like, you know, you're not supposed to, like, kill animals. And, like, there's some animals that you're just, like, you know, I know, like, certain deer you're, like, not allowed to kill. And, like, I mean, I would say that you're not allowed to just go out and shoot raccoons and rabbits, but I don't know the law around that. Like, I mean, I would say that you're totally fine with killing bugs and shit because there's, like, pesticides and like, companies that do it. So, like, murder, you know, in that sense is you know, it's totally fine. But, you know, if you believe that every bug and creature was like a human that was reincarnated, which that's fucking, you know, to each his own. But, like, that's a lot of murder going on of souls. A lot of pesticide. God, I have this pesticide guy that comes in overnight. And I've, like, known him for, like, over 2 years, but I feel bad talking about him, because usually I'm a pretty, like, you know, I try to be a pretty outgoing person, you know, and talk to people, you know, and I do genuinely care about people. I like to learn more about people, and, like, I like to listen to people's stories and shit like that, so, like, I talk to people all the time. Like, I like to talk to everybody at work. But, this guy I don't talk to. He's just fucking weird, bro. He's just said the most weird... He comes in 3 a.m. and he's always got some... I swear to God, he was wearing makeup the last time I saw him. Which, you know, nothing... That's fine, you know. Guys wearing makeup, that's totally... We're in... It's 2021, baby. You know? Do what you want. But, it was like one of those like eyeliners kind of things, like that like men do in, like, I remember finding that out as a kid. I would be like, guys put on eyeliner for movies and shit, and then my mom would be like, well, yeah, it looks good, and I'm like, well, yeah, okay, yeah, it does look good, yeah. But, like, I feel like it's so makeup is so stigmatized. Like, even in video games, there's like makeup is only for women, whamming, the whamming. But not anymore, baby. Put some eyeliner on me, bitch. You know, give me some of that exfoliation. You know, fucking moisturize that shit. I don't know these terms. I don't know makeup terms. But I gotta take care of my face. You know, it's like one of those things. Like I hear people every once in a while. I hear people be like, "Oh yeah, if you don't moisturize your face, you're fucked." And I'm just like, "Ah, fuck. I haven't been doing that at all." But, you know, I think I'm going to pause it real quick because I'm starting to see that it doesn't look like my... Oh, yeah. Okay. I just, I get paranoid, because I've had many occasions where I'm making stuff like this and it's just not turning out. Because right now my software is bugging out on me, of course, Gotta love the bugs, I love it, and, but, okay, that's better. I can see the volume now. There wasn't a little volume bar, so it was like, oh, you're not recording any of your sound again for the 50th fucking time. This stuff is hard. I get why people have tons of people helping them do it, because, like, it's a whole learning process, creating content, like, and every part of the content, like singing, like, I really want to sing more, but I couldn't figure out how to make, the software work for me, and it was just frustrating, so I was just like, I mean, I sing all the time. I sing at work, sing to myself, it's just like I don't know, something I like doing, but I'm not like a professional, or like have any training, so I'm not very good at it. Like you could see in the 2 songs I have, up on the channel, they weren't even the best takes too, because I had better takes, but I was just not, like, shit happened with the computer, there's always, I swear to God, like, I've had so many computer errors, like, at this point, I always feel like, and then every time I think about it, like, every time I think of something that I lost a computer error, so I'm like, now I'm starting to just, it feels like I'm making up the excuse that I, using computer errors as an excuse to fuck up. But, sometimes it is on my own part, where I do forget to do certain things for the recording, and then, boom, I just made an hour of content that has no sound, That's part of the process. It's a very frustrating part of the process, but I feel like if you want to get good at literally anything in life, you have to fail a lot at it. And, that's what this whole channel has been like. It's been a learning experience for sure. Like I didn't know what it was going to look like at the beginning, because, well, you grow over time, and, I was looking at my channel, and, I do have things that I started and you could say I never finished, and normally that would piss me off. I don't want to, like, start things that I don't finish, At least saying that sounds bad, right? Like, you don't want to be that person that only starts but never finishes, right? But at the end of the day, if you're doing something that is fulfilling and you have gotten your full, like, you've gotten everything you could from that, like, because I've had, I there are some games that I played that I didn't finish, and I had just felt that I had gotten my like, my worth from that game, or that whatever the fuck. Like, I feel like like, we did Spooky Saturday for like 2 Saturdays, and it was fun, like researching the stories, like trying to find some spooky stories to tell. But I feel like I got what I wanted from that. and so I didn't continue doing it. And so just recently I played Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword on the channel, and we didn't finish it. I played it with the boys, Cap and the boys. And if you don't watch any of my videos, I play characters called Billy and Francis, and and me, Cap and the boys, all three of us. Captain Leon Wolf is not my real name, but it is my stage name mainly because I live with my parents right now, and I'm not trying to, get them any harassment or anything like that, But eventually, once I move out, I plan on, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Probably just being more vocal about, where I live and shit, and, the stuff around where I live. But, until then, I'm at a pirate ship out sea, baby. We're out at the sea, we're on the Atty. I most of my life, I had preferred to live in my imagination. And still do at some points, but more or less than ever lately. But, because I've become what I've been wanting to become. It sounds so cheesy. I have become what I have wanted to become for so long. But it's true, though. I had been wanting to be an entertainer for so long. And, I'm not a professional at it yet, but I've been doing it for, several months now, and I have more experience than I did ever before, So it's a journey, So some people will look at the fact that we didn't complete Skyward Sword and see that it was a failure. Like, we failed to play Skyward Sword. But if you watched any of those videos, you could see that, we enjoyed it, I think we successfully made 10 episodes that were enjoyable, and we made some clips that were enjoyable, and I want to make content that I enjoy, I try very hard not to make content that would just, appease the masses, but make me not want to do it, you know what I mean? As much as that, will hinder my success, I just want to be able to do what I want to do for a living, and I want that to be an example, because no matter what you say or what you do, you're always leading by example for other people that see you, and they see how you live, and whether you like it or not, they'll judge you, and that's just part of life. But I was just thinking about some really depressive shit for just a second, just judging myself so harshly for so long, man. I have been my biggest, harshest judge, in life, because I feel like there's no other judge in the world that knows about all the times that you didn't care about something important, or, that you made a mistake, or that you willingly fucked up, or you knew you were doing something wrong and you did it anyway. You know that the most out of anybody. So you're going to be your most powerful judge. And that can be very but it goes both ways, though, because nobody, at the same time, nobody knows about all the good stuff you do as well. Especially random acts of kindness that you do just because, it's better to be a good person. It feels better, at least. Every time I do something shady, every time I eat more than I should, or, because it's always that. I only say that because say there's a bunch of donuts, and, you should think about other people and not eat all of them. But as a kid, I was just I'm going to eat until I'm full. It was so bad, and part part of that is from like depression, is because I'm trying to like find happiness through the food, and there's no amount of food you could eat, to achieve that happiness, because that's just not how it works. But you still like feel that happiness while you're eating it, so it's like feels worth it. But it's not worth it at the end. At the end of the day. But I have no idea how long this is going for. But yeah, I haven't really posted anything this week, and that's how it's gonna be sometimes. Sometimes I'm not gonna post as much as usual, but Cap and the boys, me, we have spent like a couple weeks getting to our last, where we left off at Zelda Breath of the Wild, where we left off at the last time, which is episode 35. So we got to that, and we just, last Monday, we recorded the first 5 episodes. So we're coming back, not with Skyward Sword, but with Breath of the Wild. And we'll be finishing Breath of the Wild, because that is actually a game that we do want to complete. Not to say that Skyward Sword, we will never complete it. There might be a time where, we try it again. But there were some complications with it, so we just, we were just like, sometimes you gotta know when to call it, And, but yeah, so that'll be coming out starting next Monday. Be looking forward to that, because, Breath of the Wild is a fun time. It's a good game. I'm looking forward to the sequel. Oh my God, they just recently showed more trailers for the new upcoming Pokemon games, and that just got me so I could go on a 3-hour like conversation just with myself about how awesome that was. Like I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I don't want to bore you with it, with the Pokemon details, but I'm excited for it. I'm gonna be playing it on the channel, so you can watch it if you like it or not, or you can just listen to these podcasts. I still am gonna be doing the Goofers podcast, but that's not gonna be a scheduled thing. That's gonna be, if fucking Rick and Morty can take 1.5 years to come out with the season, I could fucking take a couple months to come out with an episode. I feel like I was very strict on myself to come out with one every week, and the Goofers are not that easy to make, yeah. So I'll be doing the Goofers every once in a while, randomly, sporadically, just like this one, the captain's. The Captain's Corner. But you can expect the Captain's Corner around, midweek usually. Void Busters is always usually going to be a Sunday thing. It's not going to be every single Sunday. We do take some time off. But, so far I've been enjoying that with Coldface. Check him out. Coldface Plays, YouTube. And he's playing Resident Evil 8 right now, which I usually never was into the Resident Evil games, but since 7, I've been really into the Resident Evil franchise. It's really, I still haven't really played them myself though, but like I really enjoyed the story of 7 and 8 so far. 8 is great. Like I watched Jacksepticeye play 7, and I watched Markiplier play 7. Because it was just so good to me. So, but anyway, I have been working on my Eminem impression, which I thought you ought to know. Mom spaghetti. I've just been doing it. At work, I'm just like alone in kitchen most of the days. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, I have help. But even it's just 4 of us all night. And so, we like to sing randomly. I talked about it in the Void Busters, but last night I was just singing to myself. I was doing Eminem a lot, because it's fun. It's fun to do it, Hoes and bones and O's and bone, just saying gibberish, but just like sounding like Eminem. That's an awfully hot coffee pot. You know, it sounds very similar to the slug lady from Mike Wazowski. I mean, Mike Wazowski. Monsters Inc. Mike Wazowski. You know, that one. I like that. I like that character. Well, isn't this unfortunate? You know, but I like doing accents. I've been, not super good at it, but I still enjoy doing it. I saw this one dude do I don't even remember the number, but it was like a ridiculous number of accents in like a few seconds, and I was just like, can't do that. That's crazy. That's nuts. But I've been watching some Control, the game Control, some tips and tricks on that. It's been looking pretty insane. The game is gonna get pretty intense. I'm gonna play some more of it probably tomorrow. Okay, so like Control and Oxenfree, those are two other games that I'm playing on the channel. But those are gonna be like how the schedule is for the channel is those are spontaneous playthroughs. I just play them whenever I feel like getting into an Oxenfree or Control. So a couple times a week, but we will have like 2 programs scheduled, and that's gonna be Breath of the Wild, and after Breath of the Wild, it'll be Pokemon Brilliant Diamond when that comes out. But it's gonna be Breath of the Wild Monday through Friday, and then on Sunday is gonna be Void Busters. Saturday probably will be like an Oxenfree or a Control, but something like that, depending. But I just I like having a schedule, but I also like doing things randomly sometimes. So I want to get the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? But anyway, I hope you're all doing good. I'm doing much better. Life is like full of ups and downs, but right now is a pretty good up. At least, anytime I'm making like content like this, I feel pretty right where I'm supposed to be, as lame as that sounds, but, I, fucking balls, what was I gonna fucking say? It was something important, which means that it probably wasn't. Let me think. This is gonna be me trying to think of what to say for about 45 minutes. So just give me 20 minutes, and I'll think of something to say. So just come back in 20 minutes and I'll be talking about something. Just skip the video 20 minutes and then I'll be talking about something. Because right now I'm not talking about anything. Oh, my God. Alright. Well, who the fuck is Saweetie? I saw her on TikTok and she was like, okay, I work for McDonald's. Nobody fucking told me about this. I find out we're selling Saweetie meals from the TikTok. And she's like, okay, you take the nuggets and then you put the french fries and then you put the sweet and sour and the barbecue on top of it. And I was like, okay, that's... they found a way to continue to use the products that we already have. It's like, did they run out of sweet... Like, they have an overflow of sweet and sour sauce, and they're just trying to get rid of it. So they, changed the design of the sweet and sour sauce, and now they're just, fucking pump it out. But, yeah, I asked my coworker, I was like, who's Saweetie? And then he plays a song for me, and she's like, that's my type. That's my type. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. Fuck it, get your bag, I'm not trying to hate, Saweetie, get your bag, but, I just never heard of you, but now I have, I definitely have, thanks to McDonald's. But no, I mean, I heard your song before. It was like one of those songs on the radio that I just never, the radio. God, that's what they need. The radio fucking needs an upgrade, bro. The radio, you need to like when a song comes up, it needs to be like, this is who it is. This is where you could find them. This is what song it's playing. Sirius Radio kind of does that, but not everybody's got Sirius Radio, Just fucking revamp that shit. But, speaking of radios, like, I got a car for the first time in 10 years. This is my third car. So, like, my little car history here. This is the car segment where we talk about cars. I had my first car was when I was a teenager. I don't remember which age, what the exact age I was, but it was a Chevy Lumina, and I think it was when I was 18, and I only drove it. I got my permit. And first of all, it took me like 7 fucking tries to get my permit test, because I've been a terrible test taker most of my life. But now I've figured out how to take tests. We'll get into that later. But so, I got my permit, but I never got my license because I ended up going to the military. And when I went to the military, I was in the Army for about 3 months. That's a whole another story on its own. But I got injured, long story short, and then I had to come home. I didn't get to graduate, but I did literally everything that you have to do in boot camp. I literally left like a week after they graduated, so I had to like see the graduation and everything. It was terrible, but because I really wanted that to be like my life. But like I said, that's for another time. But so my parents, we're not made of money, so I don't blame them. But they sold my car so that they can get tickets to come see me graduate. But then I never graduated, so they just, they didn't get a refund on those tickets, so they just got wasted. So I didn't have a car anymore. Long story short, right? So I come back home, I get a job, I'm working at Blockbuster, and then I get another car. But this time I spend like $1,100 on it on Craigslist. And, big mistake. We drove it around, seemed fine, the AC didn't work, and then my dad started to look inside the car, and the AC was missing. And then there was other parts that were just completely missing too. So we went on for several years to try to fix the car, and me and my dad were both procrastinators, so that's why it took so long. And we never ended up getting it to fully work. And so it was just a very frustrating experience, really. And so it just wasted away in our drive-thru for 10 years. 10 years, and I never got to drive it. So I just never been driving, And I just had never had the urgency to want to, I just used Ubers, and walked. I always worked right next to where I lived, so I would always walk. And, if I didn't, then I would get a ride, or an Uber or whatever. But, that gets old. It gets very tiring. And you don't have any freedom when you can't drive. You can't just... you do and you don't, Like, it's just... But anyway, so we got rid of that car. We junked it. We just gave it to a junkyard for free because we tried to sell it for a long time and we couldn't get anybody to buy it. Why would you want to buy a car that is not even working? So we were trying to find those people that are like willing to work on a car like that, but we weren't able to. But everything happens for a reason. Because for the past 2 years, I've been saving up a lot of money, living with my parents. And, I had recently I had to move back in with my parents, I was struggling, I was 26 or 26, I believe. I moved back with my parents, 26, 27, something like that. And, and they've been helping me so that the rent is not ridiculous here, and that's how they've been helping me. And also, so I've been able to save a bunch of money, and so I bought a car finally, and now I can go places. But I got my permit again, just recently, 13 years after I got my permit the first time, and because I'm 29 now, and I don't know, man. I had let fear stop me from getting a car for so long. Mainly because I was afraid to drive. I was afraid to get in an accident. I just let that fear take over. And, because I'd be afraid just when other people are driving. So, but, oh yeah, I passed the test. I like fucking, the way you pass tests, at least for me, because I need repetition, and I can't just read something and learn it once, unless I'm fully paying attention. But even then, it's got to be the more complicated, obviously, the more harder it is to remember. But so you make flashcards, and flashcards. That's how I got literally 24 out of 25 questions on that permit test. Fucking ace that shit. I wish I used flashcards more when I was a kid. I would have done way more. Done much better in school. I learned more gooder for knowledge, But it is what it is. I am the way I am, and I like the way I am. Unless of course I turn off this recording and find out that the audio wasn't recording the whole time, and then I hate myself. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason, so you just gotta find that reason. And then once you find the reason, it's you're able to move on more. But yeah, this is technically the first time I'm recording like this, so I am worried that the audio wasn't working. So that is a genuine fear. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. So if I do all this and it's wasted again, so be it. I'll just do another one. Just talking about my life and shit like that. But so yeah, I'm gonna be taking driving lessons next Tuesday. I'm pretty excited about it. It's like a defensive driving tests and stuff like that. It'll help me. I feel like lose some of that fear on the road. And I've been driving the car, and I like it a lot. It's nice. But things are changing. Things are going up. And I'm happy about it. And I just kind of wanted to share that news. Whether you watch this whole thing or not, I appreciate it. Even if you watch just for a second and just click off immediately, I appreciate that you gave me the chance to look, to see if I was entertaining enough, or because that's I don't know. That's how I want to live life. I want to do this. I want to do this entertainment. And if you help me by subscribing, liking, commenting, watching, literally any one of those things, even just viewing it, that helps. It helps, and I appreciate it. It helps me literally do what I'm trying to do, my dreams. Literally helps me achieve my dreams. So thank you, genuinely. Anyway, I don't want to make this too extremely long. It's already 40 minutes, but I was thinking about doing an hour-long podcast, a second. This is technically my third podcast, but I like having multiple things. So I have the Goofers, I've got the Captain's Corner, and I got the Void Busters, and then we play games. So, and every once in a while when I feel like it, which is in a blue moon, I feel like singing. because I like singing. I enjoy it. You know, it's fun. But I want to get better at it. You know, I want to learn. I want to get some lessons someday, and be more serious about it. But anyway, I think that's about all I have to say for today. Thank you all so much for joining me. Like I said, give me a like, please. It helps me out. Helps people find the video. Helps the algorithm show that my content is, enjoyable. And subscribe really helps me out. Really, especially if you listen this far, please subscribe. Like, you're the most important person to me for listening this far. Like, holy shit. Like, but thank you so much. Anyway, take care. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Don't run yourself down so much. It's so easy to do. And it feels right when we're doing it, but it's not. We need to build ourselves up. Build yourself up, and you can achieve anything. As lame as that sounds, I mean it. I genuinely mean it. So, I hope you all take care. Stay easy breezy. Every time I want to say easy breezy, I want to say cover girl, but I don't even think that's the right thing for that. But anyway, mom spaghetti. All right. Bye, everybody. I think maybe I'll turn on the music. How about that? Maybe I'll turn on a little music for the outro. Why not? This is fucking. That's the benefit of being your own boss, baby. You fucking do whatever you want, even if you look stupid. That'll happen sometimes in life. Sometimes no matter your intentions, sometimes people will take it the wrong way. That's how it goes, babe. All right. Well, have a lovely night, day, evening, morning, whatever the fuck it is you see this, and I will see you in the next one. Captain Leon Wolf, signing off. See ya.